Honored guests, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimon suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the Council. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the Sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have awaited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the Sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the Sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont! Long live the Sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Is it you? No? It is hard to say. If the pawn I'm looking for doesn't come forward soon, there'll be... Are you the one, then? Speak up, you... Is it you? If the pawn I'm looking for doesn't come forward soon, there'll be trouble for the lot of you. Speak up, you good... Ah, it must be you. You've got an arrogant look about you. Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
What do you want?
Pray, do not impede me, sir. I'm on duty. I hasten home, but it is not my duty.
Turn your gaze elsewhere. I'll not be stared at.
You think I care to hear your troubles?
Pray, do as he says and get in line. 'Tis for your own good I say this.
Learn your place, pawn.
Pray, sir, have you aught to spare?
It's been a hard day.
All I had to do is work.
Got any arms for a man down on his luck?
We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir.
You think I care to hear your troubles?
Speak to me another time. I'm on duty.
Turn your gaze elsewhere. I'll not be stared at.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
I've no time for you now. Leave me be.
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
Would you take pity on me?
I've not much to offer you, sir, I fear.
Learn your place, pawn.
Would that I now had cause to draw steel. It's been a hard day.
Speak to me another time.
'Twould be unwise to disobey. The overseer will show you no mercy.
Time to be hanging
Snotted off for a moment there.
Am I paying penance? Is that why I'm suffering?
What do you think you're doing? Get in line, scum!
same as the one before.
Or to polish up my...
Time for you to get to work.
My patience wears a little thinner each passing year.
You are prepared to work. Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
I'll not stick.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap! Oh, well.
A job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
How dare you make...
Easy.
No, the damn thing's been awoken. You but fell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives! Get me out of here! Now!
Fundamentals of using a bow are proper distance. Careful. If your foes should draw too near, counter them with a well-aimed kick. Boulders, barrels, and light make effective weapons for clever combatants. When delivering targeted strikes, I would recommend clinging to your foe.
Are you unharmed?
Consane!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a
fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Son it. The accursed creature escaped. Oi, you! Get back here! Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must, John. That is the only way.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down! It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back. 'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story. Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Vermont. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal? Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. We've been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Vermont being sent there. Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength flagging, imbibe a curative or have a bit of green watch. When one of the fiends comes, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flinch. Random attacks are more destructive, but will leave you vulnerable. So seize your chance to land one. There are oft items to be scattered. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word. You're going. You can't just run off now.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns. They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray. Come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
Pawns are known as Crossers of the Rift, for we are able to connect to and traverse other realms beyond this one. When we return, 'tis our duty to use our experiences and the knowledge we have gained to aid you on your journey, Arisen. From this day forth, I shall serve you as your loyal pawn, and aught I learn beyond the Rift will be at your disposal.
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then? Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so. Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the Riftstones that we might aid you. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world, and when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Very well.
To work on my training,
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Aye, Being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer.
Newfound strength courses through you. 'Tis good to see.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
We're running low on everything, from provisions to crafting materials for weapons and armor. We've had a hard time procuring goods, what with all the monsters lurking on the roads of late. I sent Marcus to gather what we need, but I've just taken stock, and I fear the list I gave him was incomplete. What say you? Could I trouble you to run an errand for me? You'll be paid, of course. Glad to hear it. Here, take this list of additional supplies to Marcus. He ought to be somewhere north of here. Hand in the note, and he'll take care of the rest.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece, if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will.
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? I can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
Perhaps we ought to hurry, lest we arrive too late to be of aid. There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. Are we...
Who are you? You come to aid me. I see. Never mind that now. You're offering your aid. I'll gladly take it. Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was... You saved me this time, but I won't always be... Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Shall we report back now?
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ricardo. 'Twas a relief to see him return.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. We'll be extending his training period.
Speaking of training regimes, I must have...
'Tis a goodly deed we've done. Now, Sir Ricardo can return to his duty in good health.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
So, this is Melv. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory.
Pitiable arisen.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet. Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch in my...
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Make haste! Get yourselves to safety!
This moment forth, thou art arisen. Charge and all.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me.
goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your... Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Say, do you think this one's really arisen?
Doubtful. The way I hear it, about a dozen Arisen had crawled out of the woodwork by the time the throne had
Wait,
set.
oh. Have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no. I'm not lost or naught, sir. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all... What? You'd do that? Suppose there's no harm in that. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks.
We could make the fruit roberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melv.
At last, it all becomes clear.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Off to market I go.
He was ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roberant, are we? Do come again.
We ought to bring this to the one expecting it.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want...
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for them.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong, but I shan't take up any more of your time.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
A performance like mine requires no ostentation. What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on it.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
Right you are.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
honed your talents to new heights.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master. Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
Your diligence has brought...
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
Goblins, Master!
I suppose I'll...
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Let me get that.
Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I'll keep hold of the enemy.
Splendid.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent.
Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance?
It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Would that such tranquility could last.
Indeed, you are correct. Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their...
It is uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he...
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, if the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
A brief respite is naught to decry.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Well done, Master!
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! Now to wait us on the road ahead.
Was excellent. I could have done no better. Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Oh, well spotted. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
No mercy.
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
A resounding success.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
there any way to climb up there? I'm not sure what we'll find, but it might be something useful.
Descend. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Well done.
What's this? We're trapped.
Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
A Cyclops. Pray, hear that thundering gate. 'Tis a Cyclops.
Our foe is susceptible to lightning attacks!
I imagine would be most beneficial in combat.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
Why do we not use their rage to our advantage?
It is time we made the effort to inform the people of Vernon that...
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brown. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
A profitable endeavor. Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.